Hey guys, how's it going? So, another week, another mobile suit, and this is one I've been waiting for a long time, and a support version, and it's finally here, guys. The mass production Qubeley, we called it in just about every way, except we was not expecting how actually underperforming and how much support and 2-star attacks it had to pay to exist, and I am pretty disappointed. I got the suit, I've got to try it, I do have everything up to show you the stats live here, and it's anyway, let's go and look at it, talk about what it can do. It's got 5 weapons, and it's kind of disappointing for a lot of reasons. It paid both 2-star and support tax. I'm glad it's in the game, and there's potential that they could buff it, but it needs a buff on arrival pretty bad. So it has the cannons. If you notice the funnels there, it had actually 8. The cannons do stun, and there's its counter animation, which is kind of cool, and it has the normal beam. But the thing is, the cannons themselves go for 450 range, so pretty good range on both the main beam gun for the hand and the cannons. They do a lot of damage, which is good for both, but I mean, that's your 2 really good parts, and then the rest of it is kind of where it falls apart. And if I wanted things that stunned well, I would play another suit. I'd play the HML at that point, because you have 2 good stunning things you can transform and fly around. And I mean, they literally actually works the exact same way. So that's pretty ripped, because you can use the Zeta Beam rifle to stun, and then you can use the HML gun where you have to stand in place. And it can full charge. And then again, you can fly. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the funnel, and that's where the problems come in. So I'm going to just bring it up, and then we'll go through the stats as well, and then we'll move on. So here we go. Moving in to the stats here. 2,000 damage, 80 heat rate, 400. And the overheat. And we'll go ahead and talk about those. 22 seconds, 22 seconds, 20 seconds, 23 seconds. Anything you overheat feels bad. You get 2 shots of pretty much everything, and you're overheated. The funnels, they have 8, yes, so you got full damage and stuff, but 50% heat rate. The side funnels, they fire really fast, and they're just like pew pew, and they're done, which is cool. You can burst people really well. It is pretty awesome in that. The funnels for the follow funnels, you can shoot 3 times, and you overheat. Just 3, and that's it. With the, I mean, the damage is there, which is cool, but 3 times you overheat, 2 times you overheat for the side, but they do shoot 2 times, essentially. I think if you go too fast, it'll actually, it might overheat just on the 3rd shot, so it might go pew pew and then come back, and then if you re-lock on, you might only shoot once. I don't know, but either way, you got really cool burst damage in very situational things. And again, you can't really set these up because they take an okay amount of time to lock on. It feels kind of about the same, but as a support, when you're really needing to lock on to do something else, kind of hurts. And again, though you do have 8 funnels, you can't really stagger unless you use both those and those at the same time, and you just overheat all the way, putting you on a 20-second overheat timer, and it just feels bad. You can't get a consecutive build-up stagger hardly at all with this suit. You have these 2 main staggers. You can't really protect yourself. You got a really cool downswing. That little giant poke downswing thing is really cool, and you have a nice little neutral, which is fine. Now let's look at the stats. 20k health. I'll go ahead and show the skills for a second, because this shoulder buffer is kind of BS. I get it as a 2-star or whatever, but come on, it's only the 10% one with 20k health and 10 melee resist. That is super ripped, dude. Like, that is ridiculous. Generals tear you apart in one combo. And you're the Qubeley. So, I don't know. This is just really weird that they've done this thing dirty like this. It is just kind of bad. I mean, you know, I have some hope that it would be cool one day with some buffs. I mean, Zaku 3, I just got it, and after the buffs, I was curious to see how it would be. Now that I've played it, I kind of like it. So hopefully they'll do that with this suit, because I mean, you have no skills. You have, okay, typical support skills that should just exist in general. You got a leg buffer because you got fat legs, but it's only level 1. Flight control. Why in the world am I going to force injector and flight control in the air with this thing when I'm going to boost 3 times and be out of boost, even at 70%? It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, that's also expected. And then shoulder buffer that is level 1. No balancer, so you can't do any cool melee combos in and out of things. You have to be right up next to somebody to do your downswing, and it's decently fast, so you can actually combo, but you have to hit it with like the beam and then go straight into a downswing. Like, you have to do it like that, and you have to be close enough because you don't have balancer. That's pretty rip. I mean, 40 range strength, not the best. I think I already went over the resistances, but there they are on screen. 25, 25, 10. So melee just kind of sucks. So it feels like the main ballistic and beam still is kind of meh. You have 10, 18, and 20 part slots, which is kind of awkward to fit anything you really need on the suit. So you can't spam. So I'll go and kind of show my parts here. I think we've went over everything. Range, damage is cool, I guess, but I wish they would have taken like another 10 off melee and put it on the ranged or something. Speed is actually kind of awkward considering everything else and that this is a Qubeley. But I mean, it's, you know, support problems with speed. We've talked about that on the podcast before. So yeah, it's kind of awkward. But looking at the parts that I've got on here, so this build I just went straight damage just to see what I could get, and so I put that on for some more health because you can't really put any good melee defense on the top. So the best you can get for melee defense is essentially 20. You could probably do 26 with the level 2, and you probably wouldn't want to do the level 1. And yeah, I mean, 72 range damage, not the worst, but nothing to really jump up and down about, because then you gotta wait forever to get your cooldowns back. The other idea I had was, let's just see what I can do and how it feels with cooldowns. It felt a lot better, but that's 6 seconds with 3 parts to do it, and that just feels bad for part slots, because then kind of run out of some of the damage that you could get. Now, again, if I fully upgrade this, I could probably, what could I drop? I think it's this, and then I could put a level 4 on there as well, so that won't be the worst, but that means I gotta fully upgrade it, so that'll take some time. So yeah, that's my 2 ideas for parts right now. That's about all I got. I mean, I definitely wanted the suit. I just hope they buff it, and yeah, kind of cool to have though. I've got all the Qubeleys now. We've got our full team of Qubeleys, and it was a lot of fun seeing those. No matter how memey and how awkward it got. Moving on though into the rest of the patch notes, we have the suit for Neo Xeon 8. There you go, pretty cool. Then apparently we got a Gelgoog that wasn't mentioned here at all, but we got a Gelgoog, normal Gelgoog, level 3 version, which I thought we already had, but I mean, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and check real quick myself while I've got this up, because that was mentioned, and I'm like, that's a little weird, but people were saying we got a new one. I think it's, well, I think we can literally just check in the items list. That's right. Because it should be, I think that's where everybody checked. So we're going to bring this up in the items list and look at that real quick. Because the rest of it, there isn't too much more to cover in the patch notes themselves. There's actually a pretty exciting thing in the ticket shop that I'll bring up. Oh yeah, Gelgoog level 3. There it is. Cool. But anyway, we have a banner half off. Go do that at least. Always do the half off spins. And then if you get lucky and get one, cool. If not though, you still can get some good stuff for half off. No big deal. Definitely go do that. The main problem is this is 2 stars. So once you get here, unless you're really needing the 3-star, I don't know. I mean, unless you have the tokens to spend, then there you go. That was my plan for all suits, because I get a lot of weapons. There's a reason why there's a meme that I'm opening a weapon shop. So I was going to push to 4 if I needed to get this thing. And I'd been saving tokens, so it wasn't really that hard for me to actually save up for it. Then we have the ticket shop stuff. I forget, like I saw just these 2 and I was like, wow, this is short, because they're just right here. Oh, I just showed something at the DP store. It's pretty hype. But first of all, the Dwadge Custom level 1 and 2. If you like the Pixies, there's level 4 in there. and high mobility Zaku late model level 3. The Dwadge Custom was only 195 tickets, I think is what I spent. I didn't have the level 1. I did have the level 2, and I would say the level 2 is probably somewhere between 200 and 215, most likely, with how they usually do it. So either way, they did buff this suit. Really cool. Definitely looking forward to trying it out at its base cost. I've played the level 2 quite a bit, and I'm a fan. Pixie, kind of meh. Again, if you like it, cool. And this thing's just, yeah, I don't know. Cool, I guess. But I wouldn't spend tickets on this at all. Neither with the Pixie. But again, these are all 2 stars, so they're not that expensive compared to a lot of the 3-star stuff that is like hitting 400 now for tickets. And keep that in mind if there's a 3-star you're wanting and you spend just the tickets that you might need later. And in the DP store, we got the GM Striker Custom level 2. I thought we just got the level 1 in there recently too, so that's kind of interesting that we're seeing this, because I want to say that was like really recently. I don't know why, but maybe I'm crazy. But either way, GM Striker Kai level 2 in the DP store if you want to buy that, and the Gun Cannon SML. It is a ton of fun to play. I got the suit back when it came out, where you had to pay money for it. I like it. I think it's fun, but now meta-wise, it's pretty bad. Meta-wise, you don't have an easy way to stagger, so it is a problem in that regard. Then we have the continuing Brawl match. I actually kind of want to take the Qubeley in a Brawl match and see what I can do with it. Hopefully, there's a 650 at some point, and I'll definitely hop in for there. And, oh, I guess I should say this. Kind of late, but Qubeley in space does get Balancer because it's space specialization. There's that, I guess. So, you know. If you're a space player, maybe the Qubeley, mass production Qubeley. Did I say Mark II earlier? Sorry, if I didn't say mass production, then mass production does get space specialization, so it probably feels better in space. And what I'm going to look at real quick is, yep, its melee priority is just 1. Also feels bad, but yeah. We have the 650 5v5 target shuffle Arctic base coming up this week, and then after that we'll be in space, and space is actually a pretty nice place to get some wins and get placed, because not as many teams typically go for those days. So I'm going to try to get in this week if I can. Oh wait, I might not be able to get in, but anyway, that's beside the point. But anyway, I just realized something. The main thing is now we're at top 100 with 57. So any of these that we can continue going for the new suit is top 100. So that's why I'm definitely going to try to do whatever I can. And I just noticed this is on a Monday on the 24th. That's kind of interesting. So, but this is going to be on a Saturday, the 15th. That's in 2 days. So good luck for anybody trying for either of these, and maybe we might be able to get another week out of it, but I hope we at least get these 2 chances to get the new suit. This thing looks pretty scary and actually kind of amazing. I definitely want it. And here's the mark they're giving out, and it's a green dragon, so I kind of want it a little bit. Although it does have the little horn thing, so maybe not as much, but green dragon would be cool. And then I just see it's the top 10 who would get the mark, which is kind of disappointing. Disappointed. But anyway, guys, lots of disappointment for me this week. I have hope, though. They've buffed things in the past, and I feel like we need some major buffs on a lot of the suits that have come out recently. It's kind of awkward. We've gotten very balanced Bizarro Land suits where nothing's too crazy. Except for the Char thing, the Dija. So, anyway, let me know in the comments below what you think about anything in this patch. And did you get the suit? What do you think of it? Are you disappointed as well? I'm just hoping for buffs, and we'll see what happens at the end of the month or next month. Hopefully by the end of the month they actually buff this and a couple of the suits from last month and, well, pretty much the past 4 weeks. I hope we get some buffs. Now there's a couple that are probably a bit more balanced. But anyway, guys, that'll be it for this one. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Usual stuff in the description, Twitch, Twitter, Discord if I didn't say that. But anyway, peace!